My name is Tom Cross. I'm Emeritus Professor in Zoology from University College Cork in Ireland. And my background is as a marine zoologist, but I've been particularly interested in Atlantic salmon population genetics. First looking at population structure in wild populations of salmon. And what we discovered there was that each river has a separate population, and you can test the statistical validity of this, and that the salmon home to their own populations, and that they're locally adapted to the particular conditions that occur in that river. So at the same time as studying wild populations, there was considerable growth in the salmon aquaculture industry, where today 2 million tons, more than 2 million tons of salmon is produced, largely in places like Norway and Chile in the Pacific, and also in Scotland and in Canada. We began to be concerned in the early 1990s about interactions between farmed escaped salmon and wild salmon, and the possible negative effects of this happening. About 1% of this 2 million tons of salmon escape each year, and they escape due to things like storms, predator damage to the nets they're held in, or human error. Many of these escapes die shortly after escape, but some, when they sexually mature, run the nearest river and they interbreed with the native salmon in these rivers. Now, our concern was that this could reduce the fitness of the entire population. To explore this, we used a technique that the botanists use, a common garden technique. We used a common stream technique, whereas we took a section of a stream in the west of Ireland, 1.7 kilometers long, an impassable waterfall at the top, and built a trap at the bottom of this 1.7 kilometers that trapped all individuals moving upstream and downstream. In this particular area, we put individuals, wild individuals, and also farmed individuals, and the hybrids between wild and farmed at the egg stage. We combine this aspect of field ecology with genetic tagging, using mini satellites first, which the police use to identify individuals, and now using microsatellites instead. And these allow you to type individuals and assign them back to their particular mother or father, to their family. So basically what we did was we took 30 wild individuals, 15 males and 15 females, and 30 farmed individuals, 15 males, 15 females, and did all possible 4 crosses, wild by wild, farm by farm, farm by wild, hybrid, and wild by farmed, hybrid. And we put the eggs resulting from these into the stream, into this area of the stream. We allowed them to hatch out in the stream and grow over the summer, and went into the stream at the end of the summer and electrofished. And what we found was that the farmed individuals were surviving far less well than the wild individuals, and that the hybrid individuals were surviving in an intermediate way, halfway between farmed and wild. And we extended this experiment over the full 2 years of the life cycle. Simultaneously, we'd been rearing eggs from the same families in a hatchery up to smolt stage, and we released these to sea and looked at their survival in terms of returns, and we were able to get total lifetime reproductive success by adding these two things, their freshwater survival and their marine survival together. When we did this, we were surprised, dismayed to learn that the farmed individuals were surviving about 10% as well pure farmed as pure wild, and that the hybrids were 40 or 50% survival of the wild. And we repeated this a second year and found exactly the same result. So you almost don't need statistics to prove that something serious is going on here. The implications of this are that when you have farmed individuals coming into a wild population and interbreeding, that the fitness of the whole population is declining. And the other implication is that rivers all along a coastline are being homogenized, that they're losing their local adaptation and becoming more similar to a less fit group of salmon. Now, this is a particular concern in Norway, where they have a huge industry, over 1 million tons of production, and a huge number of farmed escaped salmon going into rivers. Combined with the detrimental effects of climate change and so on, which is also threatening populations, you could, because of this extra threat, have complete extinction of wild populations in particular areas.